indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to make mention of the emergency exit to my left, where it says exit, and the main entrance says you had entered. Do we have a motion to open up the regular meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a second. Everybody, okay, all the questions? None?
Before we begin really quick, I know it's graduation night tonight, and I'm kind of on call in the kitchen in case we get swamped at 8:30, so in case I get up and leave, it's just up in the text. I don't want you guys, not any particular reason, just want you
No
guys
problem.
to understand.
No problem.
Yeah.
So we have all yeas?
Yes.
Okay. First on the agenda, we have 236 High Street, Rest Haven. This evening, we want to declare ourselves lead agency and do seeker and also referral to Orange County Planning. So somebody want to make the first motion to type it as an unlisted action for seeker?
I'll make that motion. Workshop, right?
No, it's regular meeting.
Is it regular meeting?
Yeah, the workshop was second
Yeah,
Monday.
right.
You know, street closing. Comfortable. So we have a motion for seeker.
I'll second that.
Yes.
We have a second.
Yeah, I'll second that.
All yays?
Yeah.
Yay?
Okay.
Okay. Next would be to declare the planning board lead agency for this application. Do we have a motion for lead agency?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, all's in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And to send it to the Orange County Department of Planning for GML 239 review. Do we have a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Aye. I'll do it.
We have a second.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, go right ahead.
Even though we don't have these plans as set yet, we can do all of this? Just for
Sure.
my knowledge, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We should do seeker and definitely declare ourselves lead agency so we can send it out to outside agencies such as Orange County Planning.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I think the site plan is at a point.
Even though we're still working at the
Yeah.
site plan.
Yeah, and we're getting it, start pushing it forward, so to
Okay.
say. And that's just formality, so the board can actually start acting on some things,
Okay,
okay?
because I end up having questions about the site plan, so
Oh, yeah.
I just want to make sure I can still ask those
Oh,
questions.
sure. Well,
Okay.
they're supposed to come back, they made a submission today, if I'm not mistaken, Rest Haven? Yeah, so they'll be back next month for the workshop,
Okay, very good.
so, okay?
Thanks.
Okay, good. All right, so we have all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Next on the agenda, we have 573 Route 17M. And we mentioned to Mike Mangenti, the beginning of the month of the workshop, that there's a 62-day time frame that the board has to act, and Mike said he wanted to waive that period, so there's no extensions or anything. He's just waiving the 62 days. Mike sent a letter in, I'm sure. He said he was going to. Yeah. If we could see the letter. And we all have this letter in OneDrive. So this is the letter requesting the board to waive the 62-day period. And it was dated June 19th, 2026. So we need a motion to accept the applicant's letter for the 62-day waiving period.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Mike will be back. There's a couple things that has to get put together, so we'll have to wait and see if he makes a submission. Okay? Next on the agenda, we have Somni Restaurant. We have anybody here for Somni Restaurant?
Yes, we have
Could you state your name, please, and
Louis.
come on up? Thank you, sir. So we're here to renew your special use permit.
I just want to extend it. Basically, my guy who's in charge of is busy right now. He can do the final inspection on the second floor. The construction-wise been done. Just need to be, do the last test of the power in the second floor, electric inspection, and hook up the fire sprinkles because everything's in place. Just need to be hooked up.
Well, you're not here for the second floor. You're here for the renewal. It's 13 months overdue.
It's for the construction.
No, this is for a renewal of your special use permit back in 2024 of October. The board issued a special use permit for the restaurant. And I think our secretary notified you a couple times to come back in this current period of the last 3-4 months for renewal. And that's why you're here tonight.
So how often I have to renew this?
Well, the planning board needs to renew it. But I noticed that there's some differences from the last time you were here in 2024. It was between Somni and the town of Monroe. I see that the town of Monroe is no longer the owner of the building.
Yeah.
You have an LLC.
Yes.
So the special use permit that we have on file has to be revised.
Okay.
So I guess it's an LLC that owns the restaurant?
Yes, the LLC owns the restaurant.
Okay. So I guess, Ivan, I don't know if you got a chance to look at the previous special use permit, but as you see, it has the town of Monroe in there, so we're going to have to change that.
I
Okay?
thought it was changed when I submitted my floor plans because by the time I already bought the building. And
Well-
before that, it was owned by the town, so I was getting my permits in the town. That's what I spent 2 years trying to get permits to build this place because they had me back and forth. Because the village was expecting me to file the permits here, and the town, since they own the building, they want me to file the permits over there. So what I end up doing is buying the building, and I did is I filed all my permits in the village to do the construction.
Mhm.
So the day one, it should be on my permits with the LLC that owns the building.
Okay, but we're not talking about your permits.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about the Village of Monroe Planning Board.
Mhm.
You have a special use permit back in October in 2024 that this board back then issued you a special use permit for the restaurant.
Yes.
You're here for the renewal of that. We know nothing about an upstairs floor.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to refer that maybe to our council and to our engineer.
Mhm.
If they're going to open up a restaurant upstairs, or extend your upstairs for serving, or whatever you're going to do, we don't know what you're going to do upstairs.
Yeah. It's supposed to be
So-
part of the restaurant. The only thing is, they did, for me to operate the second floor, I have to have a sprinkler system hooked up in place. So that's why it backed me up. I said, you know what, it's gonna take me a while to put that together. So I said, you know what, let's do the first floor. And when I have the hooked up and everything inspected, then I can use that second floor. But basically, that's what is missing upstairs, just hook up the sprinkler system.
Okay, so my question is, you're getting all this through the town of Monroe still?
No, everything's here. After I
So-
bought the place, after I bought the place, had to redo everything here. So everything that I did in the town, I spend money, I spend my time for nothing.
Well, our building inspector is here, so Brian, you know anything about the second floor of? So nothing's been submitted to us here, what you're doing there on the second floor. So, I mean, he's extending the restaurant, but are you gonna serve food up there? Is it gonna be a lounge? Is it
No,
gonna?
it's just gonna be for events, private events only.
So it's gonna
It's a
be a
restaurant.
catering, for catering?
Kind of carrying up there, but the restaurant's downstairs. That's why I didn't worry in rushing up in the second floor. I said, I want my restaurant to be
Right.
open.
Yeah,
So-
but for this board, we have to know what's going on with inside the restaurant. We're not familiar with what you just brought up.
Okay.
So, Dave, I think we're gonna have to go through, because the seating is gonna change to more, it's gonna be events. My concern from then now is parking. You have the restaurant open, and now you're gonna have a catering hall upstairs. If you're gonna have them both open at the same time, that means increased parking.
Right, so the special permit has to be renewed with the planning board, I believe it's every year.
Right.
And so you should come to the board to get, you'd have to do that anyway, but the fact that you've made some changes, whatever, there was originally a plan that this board approved as part of the special permit. You should reach out to your consultant. There was presumably an architect or an engineer that prepared a plan that was approved by the planning board. You should have them update that to reflect whatever it is you're doing now inside the building, reflect whatever seating areas you might have, whatever areas are going to be designated for the event space or for catering, and submit that as part of your renewal request to the planning board. And then this board will review that.
Okay.
So I guess my question is, do we renew this or extend it instead of renewing the special use permit? Because there's going to be changes now for ownership. That's in the special use permit currently. And now we're looking at opening up more seating arrangement upstairs for catering.
Right, I think there'd be two things. One is the change in ownership, so that would have to be, you'd need to have the renewal done under that name as well. But also, the request should indicate anything that's changed on the application. So if you have, new areas that are being designated for the service, for catering, for events, for dining, whatever it might be, that should be presented to the planning board so that they, can review it and then potentially renew the permit with those conditions, with those changes reflected.
Okay.
So again, it would be your consultant that did the original plans, have them send in an updated plan and a letter just outlining what's changed. And again, you probably should have an application, I would imagine, reflecting the new owner.
I believe they break down in work A and B, but all the floor plans was presented, and it was do the construction as the floor plan was presented for the first and the second floor.
We were only, you
No.
said if you wanted to use the second floor, you had to come back before us.
Okay. Yeah,
You
we
did
can-
say that when we okayed the first floor.
Mhm.
So, and we said, and if you want to go further, because you said you weren't sure what you were
Yeah,
going to do,
exactly.
you had to come back before us. We did say that.
Okay, but the floor plans is being done, I had to do another floor plan for that? Requested to we do another floor plan for the
You have
second
a
floor?
floor plan for the second floor?
I presented everything when I came in for the first time.
I wasn't
Plan
here, I
A
don't,
and
so
B.
I leave it up to the board members
I don't
here.
remember a plan for the second floor. I know you wanted to get up and running, which was the goal, at least get that first floor going, and then in time, you figure you'd
Yeah.
come back and then worry about, the second floor.
Yeah, because we did the last adjustment, we pushed it to do was because my walking buses was gonna be outside the building. And then I asked my architect to change it to, I'm doing the second floor of my walking buses. So I come up with update floor plans to present to you where my walking bus was gonna be relocated. And that's when I get my proof, because otherwise I was not getting proof, because my walking bus I was not gonna be able to have it outside the building.
Okay, but let me interrupt, please. On the resolution to approve the application for your restaurant, in that resolution, it only says here, approval is limited to first floor for 58 dining and 11 bar seats. Future phases signage subject to approval as required by the Village of Monroe Code. So you didn't come here at the beginning because the board made the resolution to approve your plans for only 58 dining for the first floor only. There's nothing here about a second floor in the resolution. And that's on our file right here. And that was dated 3/22/22. So there's no plans that this board, I imagine, or the building department has for a second floor.
Okay.
So I guess, I guess what we have to do is actually go ahead and revise the special use permit, but it's not going to adhere to the second floor. It's only going to be for the first floor.
Yeah, the second floor I will be able to use until I get my sprinkler system in place. I don't want it to take issues, bringing people in. And
You could do that. You could
Yeah.
approve it, renew the prior approval.
Right.
I guess just confirm who the owner and the applicant is
Correct.
to reflect that. And then prior to the use of the second floor, they'd have to come back and have that modified.
Correct. So I would probably say we give it a year renewal for 1 year and see what happens between now and within the year, if you're going to come back to us or not for the second floor.
Okay.
Now, we need to know who the owner is.
It's RLM03 Realty. That's the company name.
Right, which is actually filed in Goshen as an LLC.
Yes.
Right. So it's actually the LLC, the Realtor company that owns the building.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to change that on the special use permit. Let me just open it up here real quick. So right now, it says this special use permit is issued to Louis, how do you pronounce your last name?
Naula.
Nowla, and the town of Monroe. Owner of property located at 15 Lake Street, Village of Monroe, New York. So, I don't, Brian, are any violations or anything for this? Have you heard of anything, anybody? No, for the current restaurant?
No.
There's no violations, there ain't, nothing? Okay. So at this point, if the board wants to go ahead and do a year renewal, there's no violations right now.
I have no problem with that.
So we'd have to do that, we'll have to change this. Maybe Ivan and Dave, you can go through the special use permit before we can adopt it tonight, but with revisions, maybe? So we need to make sure that if there's anything else in there that's incorrect.
Yeah, if you're renewing the permit and they're going to come back for use of the second floor, then the permit, I believe, would be consistent with what was, previously granted,
Correct.
albeit, change of ownership.
Okay.
And, if you want to grant that for a period of 1 year,
Yeah.
that can be done. And then again, prior to use of the second floor, they'd have to come back for an amended special permit.
Okay. So, do we have a motion to renew the special use permit with the revision of the ownership?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
We have that motion? We have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so remember, and we will remind you a year from now that you have to come back and renew this permit. So once our secretary informs you that the permit maybe 2 months before, you need to get back here because it's 13 months overdue.
Okay, so this is renewed yearly? Okay, I
Well,
didn't know
at
that.
this point, yes,
Okay,
yes. Mhm.
no problem.
And what's he have to do to get that up and stairs up and running as far as the next phase for him?
Dave, I guess he has to submit
Yeah.
plans?
Yeah, so the original application would have had a set of plans, and I guess there's probably a floor plan that was prepared at the time. But again, as Gary mentioned, parking calculations, things of that nature. And so those plans should be updated to reflect, whatever's being used. If there's additional floor space that's going to be used, parking calculations may need to be updated accordingly, and have that submitted so that the board can review that. And that doesn't have to be done, after the year. If you feel like you're ready to move into the second floor, say in 6 months, we'll come back to the board prior to that, so that, they can review that and make a decision, prior to.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay?
Clear.
Yeah, you understand? Oh, it's good?
Yes, I do. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no
Can I ask you a
problem.
question, though?
Yes, ma'am.
On your outdoor seating, that was a thoroughfare that was used by residents and a business
Mhm.
that they can no longer get access to. Is there anything being done to direct the people that usually has used that road all along?
I thought there was a lease agreement.
Yeah.
Well,
What do you mean a lease agreement?
well,
for?
there's an agreement between the village board on February 3rd of this year.
Oh, I understand that. It's all up on board,
But-
but there are people that have a hardship
No, but
that need some kind of
granted, I agree with you 100%, but when I asked the building inspector, has anybody formed a complaint with the building department, there's no complaint about it.
Yeah, actually, when I get this agreement, they request to give us a 3 feet from the wall for people to walk through the,
Right,
so what I did is I ended up leaving 5 feet,
okay.
you know. Besides one, I wanted to, if any people has a wheelchair, they can go without no problem. I don't want to be having staff moving tables or plants, so I want to leave enough space. Even though our new mayor walked through and reviewed how I set up my tables, so far he agreed what I have done. But I haven't heard any complaints so far. Nobody knocked my door saying,
Right.
you have this here, you have this there. I haven't get any complaints so far.
Not only that, if there's a complaint, so everybody understands, the complaint goes directly to the building department, or they go to the building department, and if they want to file a complaint, they have that right to do that.
I thought there was some kind of a complaint made.
No, there wasn't. No. If it was an email to me, which there was, that's not a complaint. I'm not the building department. There was something that went to the chairman. I just simply responded, you need to go to the building department to rectify whatever they have to do. And no one ever went to the building department, so there's no complaint. They shouldn't come to the board here with a complaint. We don't do complaints.
Right,
We do planning. That's the gentleman over here, his department, that does the complaints.
but what can resolve that? Because now they have no vehicle, they can't get a vehicle back. They have to go through a
Well,
parking lot to get a vehicle to their parking space.
I walked the site.
Uh-huh.
I have to say, you're right.
Very confusing.
No, just hear me out. Years back, we approved the apartments on the building next door.
Mhm.
And this, what they call the green alley, that's what they call that, is the green alley.
Mhm.
And we made sure that that was open for the residents upstairs in those apartments
Right.
to come ingress and egress, plus we had off-street parking at the time. So when I took the walk back there, I remembered there's a way to get in through the park and ride, through the rear, to have access to that parking lot. So there is a way, an ingress and egress to that parking lot. Besides, you'll see signs there for the apartments, that's only for apartments to park, for the people there that live there. So there's no complaint. So this board, our jurisdiction is not, if you look at our code, I think it's 147.3, the planning board has no jurisdiction or no involvement in this application for outdoor cafe. It's the village board that handles that.
Okay.
So I looked at the code, and there's no, and I followed up with Brian to make sure I'm not off on this, but Brian agreed. He says this is not a planning board matter, it's the village board.
Okay.
So this is the agreement the village board gave this February, and it's all here. So unless there's a complaint, then I think the building department has to address the complaint, but there's no complaints.
Okay,
So I'm only being fair,
all right.
you know.
So it may be advantageous for Luis to maybe put a sign that, additional parking in the rear through the, for your own, so that way people, they see a full lot in the street. Obviously, when you want business, they don't just take off, they find a way to get back there, so they can still walk through the alleyway, Maybe,
To be honest, putting the tables outside, we cut a lot of traffic because a lot of people was just cutting the lights, driving that way. And now, I've been seeing since, thank God it didn't have any accident, but some people just drove so crazy, turning there. And there were kids driving bikes coming this way. I've seen so many times, like it was so close. And I believe so now slow down all those crazy driving back there.
Yeah, and I saw the alleyway that you were talking about. You have 12 large tables and one small table.
Yes.
So a total of 13 tables back there on the side.
Yeah.
So, the permit is, it's hard to say, it says fall, spring to fall. So I think they're saying maybe the end of October.
As soon as it's getting cold,
Right.
I will move everything to the storage because nobody's
Right.
gonna be sitting outside
So,
in the cold weather.
but anyway, that's something that the village board has to really handle.
Okay.
But, you know, when he goes with the second floor, my concern is now more cars to park.
Right. And the original plans you said where we got the second floor, you said the second floor was on your original plans?
Yes.
So was your sprinkler system on those plans?
Yes.
It was, okay.
That's why, and also, and was in my first 4 plans I submit showing that was walking box gonna be outside the building. But I went over the year, I couldn't get a space for my walking boxes, so I ended up doing is my walking box in the second floor. So then they request me to update the floor plan. So that was the not update of the floor plan, but about the walking boxes. But it should be everything as it shows in a floor plans, first and second floor, that's the way it was do the construction. But I would be more than happy to bring an updated floor plan when I'm ready to do the second floor. Like I said, I wouldn't be ready until sprinkler system is hooked up.
Yeah, and like Dave said, our engineer, if you want to submit it, you know, before the special use permit is up, you can do that and have the board start reviewing it. So that's your discretion,
Oh, that's good.
you know.
Using it quicker, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I don't know how far you want to go, but, you know, you can come to a workshop with the updated plans and then explain it to the board, and we can, you know, start that process.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Next on the agenda is Alex Smith, accessory apartment. Do we have anybody here for Alex Smith? State your name for the record.
Good evening. Jesse Shi with David Niemock Architects.
Okay, so it looks like we're ready to move forward on the application. Unless the board has any other comments or anything that you want to bring up or questions. It's up to you folks. So you're good, Madam?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So what we need to do is we need to approve the site plan. And the last revised site plan that I reviewed was 5/28/2026. So Dave, am I good on that?
I should check that. I'll double check that.
Yeah, I looked and I saw the date.
Sounds
on
right.
The floor plan and the site plan, I think we're the same.
Yeah, let me just take a peek. I think this is the older plan I'm looking at online right now.
Yeah, they added the notes, I think at the workshop, was it? On the conditional notes for the special use permit?
Let me see here. Oh, yeah, it'd be specified in my letter, sorry. May 28th, 2026, last revision date?
Correct, that's what I had.
Yes, okay.
Site plan and the floor plan, I think, was the same date.
Yeah, I don't differentiate between the two on my letter.
Okay,
Plot plan for accessory apartment prepared by David Niemako, last revised May 28th, 2026.
okay, good. So do we want to do a approval of the site plan, last dated 5/28/2026? Make that a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, you have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And there's conditions on that as well,
Yeah.
correct?
The
And you-
conditions are on there, but I was gonna go over that for the special use permit.
Okay,
I'm not gonna read them word for word. We have the documentation here, so we'll do the special use permit as part of the resolution and put the conditions in. So, the first condition, upon receiving a special use authorization, the owner must file a covenant at the county clerk's office and with the local assessor stating that the right to rent an accessory apartment ceases upon transfer of title. A copy of said covenant shall be provided to the planning board and building department. Upon a transfer of title, the local assessor shall notify the building department, who will then take the appropriate steps to ensure compliance with these provisions. So that's one condition, okay? The next condition is purchaser of homes that have special use authorization for accessory apartments who want to continue renting these apartments must reapply for special use authorization. And that's been, both of them are noted on the plan also. The next one is upon approval, upon any approval from the planning board, full compliance with Chapter 158 rental property, including registration of the property with the Village of Monroe as a rental property, shall be completed prior to occupancy of the new accessory apartment. That's also on the site plan too. And then, back, I guess, November 10th, 2025, there was a condition where there was no building permit for the structure. This, I guess, a special, was it a cabana or some structure that wasn't on the plan?
correct.
And they didn't have a building permit. So it's required to obtain a building permit for the structure. The building permit required the accessory apartment also, I'm sure, right? Was the same?
Yes,
Yeah. So they need to go to the building department to get the building permit, okay? So we can't move forward on this as far as signing off on it. We can approve it tonight under that condition, that the applicant has to now go to the building department. So those two conditions, we can then grant the site, the special use permit. So, and if the building, I guess if the planning board doesn't accept where that cabana is,
so I think the conditions should be, the plan has a note on it that says that the applicant must, obtain a building permit for the
Right.
cabana. I don't believe that the completion of that building permit needs to hold up this board's approval.
right,
I think you're just noting that.
Correct.
You're not essentially, granting any sort of an approval for the cabana because
Right.
it requires a building permit from the building department and had not been issued. So, again, you made it a condition. I don't think it prevents you from signing,
Right.
plans or any resolutions of approval. The only other thing I would add to the resolution, though, is payment of any outstanding fees.
Okay.
Due to the planning board.
yeah, and all fees are paid.
Yeah.
That condition also.
Can we just say they don't get a CO unless we get a building permit for the cabana?
Well, basically,
Get one?
they're gonna have to prove that they have a building permit for us to, not to move forward tonight, but I'm saying for the future, they're gonna have to submit one to the planning board.
So I think the building permit is issued obviously by the building department. I think that the board is saying essentially that you're not authorizing the structure there. You have no objection to the location of the structure.
Even though it's on the site
But they're
plan.
obligated to obtain a building permit from the building department.
Right,
At that point, once you've granted your resolution, you're done. It's
Okay.
now their obligation to get the building permit. If they don't, then the building department will issue a violation,
okay,
and they'll be in violation of the special permit.
okay, good. I just wanna make that clear so you understand that.
Yeah.
We gotta get that building permit.
So we won't get your signature on the plans until that building permit for the cabana is signed? I
No,
mean, is approved?
until we have our engineer look over the site, the final site plan,
Yep,
and our council looks over everything as far as legality, all fees are paid, then I can move forward on signing the site plan,
gotcha.
those conditions.
Okay.
So
Those
we can
conditions.
move forward tonight with the approval, but your responsibility to make sure is the applicant gets the building permit
Right.
from the building department.
Gotcha. Yep.
Okay? Good?
Yep.
Okay. Do we have a motion on those conditions?
I'll make that motion.
You have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any nays, all ayes?
Aye.
Ayes. Okay. Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So you can put that in I don't know, copy that. Okay. Okay, next is 581 Route 17M. Who do we have representing 581 Route 17M?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Avi Weinberg, Weinberg Lim Engineering. Also have with me the project architect, Shlomi Gelb of Hartman Design. Maybe let's, before we get into, the documents we submitted, maybe let's get the architectural review out of the way.
Sure,
The architect brought samples.
sure.
Open up the rendering on the screen so you can match
Sure.
color.
Go into materials.
No, the PDF.
I don't know if that works. I don't know if I don't.
Was it on the last submission? The recent? Was,
Okay, that's a good one.
It's the wrong file.
Oh, it's the wrong file.
It's 573.
Probably why I can't find it.
Oh, that could be why.
581.
I always get them mixed up too.
All the addresses look the same.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Isn't it?
There you go.
Renderings?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
This is
that's,
the old one.
that's the old one?
Yeah, this is the old one. Maybe you go to the previous files.
You submitted a new rendering?
Yes.
Oh.
No plans with the samples. 427.
You said they were sent 427?
Should be in line.
That's all right. We have 424 rendering. Is this it?
Yes, indeed. I have the floor plan, elevation with labeling on the facade.
Yeah, so if you go to the current one, go back to the, not to previous file, come to the current file. So go back one. And go to, second from the bottom there, it says Route 17M rendering. Okay, now click your arrows. Either, there you go. Or move down. That's it. Right? Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, but it's a different file. I have to call the car. Basically what we did was this. We put a name on each material. Then we have here a list of materials.
Okay, we don't have that.
You don't have that? And this is
No.
updated at 100% based on this colors. And here I have from this company with this link
Yep,
the actual sample
right.
of this 4 colors.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, I have a few of them.
Yeah, bring one over to Barbara.
Thank you.
And maybe Barbara and Phil share. And you and I can share, and then you guys can share. No?
This is material.
Okay.
Shows up on the screen.
Yes.
So that, this,
Yep.
yeah, this,
2070 or something?
that is maybe this. Right. Yeah, you guys see that?
There's a conversation about if we can still do
If you look at,
I don't know.
824, 824 in the right corner,
Does, these all your
Ah.
logos.
and match the
one
building's
before I
colors.
Or it's from Chesky, I got it?
maybe from Heston.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I know, it's okay.
That's right, the iPad doesn't have some.
Where's this?
I would say that,
Here, hold
Yeah,
on.
those are all the
Maybe
colors.
this, is this it?
That's what that says.
That's this color?
It's close to,
That makes sense.
yeah,
Okay, and then this is,
Yep.
let's see the
and
trim.
this would be,
that's your
That
trim.
is.
okay, yeah, all right.
Marilyn, you want to see the colors
Oh, yeah,
from the rendering?
yes, yeah. You see the rendering here.
This is the trim,
Oh, this the trim, okay.
okay?
Pass those out. Okay, thank you.
Let's see, pull up my
Yep,
phone.
and then the one next to that trim,
Sorry. Oh, then this, yeah, then this
Yep.
is the other color,
yep, and then the light white,
and then the goes,
yellow,
oh, that goes over here?
yep, and then the top of the,
Oh.
before the roof.
Oh, this art, this place on top.
Yep.
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. We should get the updated electronic file.
Yes, I don't know, sure, it's not showing up here. We'll email it to you to make sure you guys have it
Yeah.
on file.
And we'll keep one of these on file, so we have it, hard copy, but please,
Yes.
if you can get an electronic copy, that
Get
would be
that to you.
helpful. Thanks.
Yes.
Everybody good with that?
Right there.
Anybody have any? It's hard to tell because the color of the paper on the paper and the red, and, yeah, it's different.
different, only the main color. The paper is darker, it's
Yeah.
okay, here it's a little lighter.
Correct. It's like
And
painting,
white
yeah,
is also lighter on the paper, from the.
Right.
accent, But the color is this, actually.
it's like painting a house inside. You get the slab of the, it looks different when it comes on the wall and vice versa, so. I'm gonna give you this as a hard copy, okay? And these you need back?
No,
We can keep them,
yes.
and we'll keep those on file? Everybody good with that?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll make sure to resend it in.
So, this has to be site plan approved and a special use permit.
Special use or subdivision?
I thought it was special use
No,
also.
Subdivision, I believe.
And that's even, at this point, I think somewhat questionable subdivision, because the map doesn't have
Right.
to get filed
Well-
in the county clerk's office.
Yeah, but, well, that doesn't have any bearing on us, right? They don't need my signature on that.
Right.
Yeah, it can go right to the county clerk's office.
Correct.
I mean, based on our conversations, I don't even think they want it.
Well, whatever,
But you're right, the
Yeah.
village code requires it,
correct.
so we're here tonight for site plan and subdivision approval.
Right.
That's what it is, yes.
But I thought we had a special use permit on this.
No.
No?
No, I don't believe so. No, I'm looking at my letters, I don't see any
No.
reference to special permit.
Yeah, on your note, Dave, I have here, planning board to consider adopting a resolution for site plan and special permit approval.
That's a mistake on my part. It
Oh,
should just be,
okay.
yeah, it's, and you're
Yeah.
talking about the notes, not the resolution, right?
Right,
Because the resolution just has, you can select whichever one's appropriate. But yeah,
Okay.
that would be a typo on my part. It's just
okay, no problem.
site plan,
Okay, so it's just site plan,
yes.
basically. And the last plan that I have on my file here is June 17th, 2026.
Yeah, I just
To
wrote it down.
approve that
Yes.
dated, the revision date.
And just to clarify, the only thing that was changed on that plan was from variance requested to variance granted.
Oh,
because-
thank you.
Yes, that's the
Um,
only, so we just added we
Right,
just changed a note.
correct. So we did get, you do have the variance from the ZBA and the cost estimate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Dave, I got you sent me a copy of that.
Yes,
So how does that work? If you
so
just-
the board, so I sent the letter to the board basically indicating that I reviewed the cost estimate that was submitted, found it to be acceptable. And then the board, I believe, would make a review on that, and if they agree, then make a referral to the village board for them to accept it formally. And then, once that happens, then you would, the applicant would have to post a bond with the village prior to approval by the planning board.
Prior to approval or prior to the chairman signing off on it? I think you said for
Prior
the
to-
signature.
To signature, yes.
Right, I
prior
mean,
to signature.
tonight, we could get the approval,
Yes.
but the signature, we need to,
Right.
my client would need to write a check.
Correct.
Yes.
So basically, let me start over again. We need site plan approval. We need to accept the cost estimates that was revised. And we need to move that to the village board for their review and recommendation also. And the samples. So we have to make sure that we did look at the samples, so we're good with the samples, so. So we want to start with the approval of the site plan, June 17th, 2026, Dave, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we want to approve the site plan dated, last revised date of 6/17/2026? Or do you have any questions, or?
No,
Oh.
I'm not in favor of approval, but that's okay.
Oh, well, I mean, whatever you need to do. So do we have a motion to approve the site plan? We have a motion, do we have a second? Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye? Any nays?
Nay?
One nay. Okay.
Do you want to go through the conditions of that approval? I mean, I know we just talked about them sort of generally, but do we want to make sure that we have them all?
If you don't mind?
Sure, okay. So, let's start with, I guess you had just mentioned providing renderings, updated renderings.
Yes.
posting the performance bond. Actually, I think I have that written down here. Let's go through the ones I actually already prepared. All improvements shall be constructed in accordance with the plans. Last revision date, June 17, 2026. Okay, compliance with all comments of the village engineer and village attorney. Okay, and again, we'll do a final review, but I have no further technical comments at this time.
Right.
Compliance with all applicable village code, building code, and fire code requirements. Okay. Obtaining all required permits and approvals from outside agencies. Posting a performance bond, letter of credit, or cash deposit sufficient to cover the full cost of all improvements and treatment as outlined on the site plan and in accordance with section 200-72E4D.
So just to clarify again, that bond amount is the 6,000, it's the 5% of the construction costs?
No, it's the full amount.
It's the full amount?
Yeah, the 5% is the inspection fee.
Oh, so the bond would be prior to signing off, got it.
Right. Payment of all required fees, escrows, and inspection costs. And then final note, any modifications to the approved plans shall require planning board approval.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Do we have a motion for that? We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Okay. So let's take the revised bond estimate and let's make a motion that we accept the final bond estimate that our engineer had made the corrections through the applicant. So do we have a motion to accept the bond estimate?
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And need a motion to send the bond estimate to the village board for their review and acceptance. Do we have a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, and all those in favor?
Aye.
And the renderings, just to clarify for the record, the applicant gave us the renderings, the colors, samples, and the architectural drawings or the color of the building, hard copy, but we need to get the electronic copy. So I just want to make a note for the record that we did receive those this evening also. And I think that's everything. Did I leave anything out, Dave, or
No, I think
Ivan,
that's it.
anything? Nothing? Okay. Okay.
Perfect, just one question. Regarding chairman's signature, is there a timeline? How long do we have from the meeting to get it signed by you?
Well, the final plans, Dave has to get.
Right,
How many copies do we get of the plans? I forgot. Was it six copies? We need one for the building department, one for you, one for us, and one for the county? How many were we
Right.
getting?
oh, it's almost like part of a simultaneous process where when we're ready to go for building permit, we submit the same plans, you sign them, and the building
I need
department?
to sign all of them that go to different areas.
Oh, got it, no, I wasn't sure, I wasn't sure if you signed first, and then it goes, oh, you sign at the same time as everyone else.
So if we need, again, I don't remember, I think we used to get 6 copies when I was originally here.
Probably a Mylar, 3 paper. Are we still doing Mylar?
I don't think you need them, no, because this is, again, not a subdivision, so you wouldn't need it on Mylar.
Actually, did we make the motion, did they make the motion for the subdivision approval?
Well, I guess that's a question. I don't know whether or not that technically the subdivision approval is needed because
Right.
they're not filing a subdivision map that this board
I'm not
signs.
gonna sign anything.
Right.
But maybe just for the record, I'd feel more
Okay.
comfortable, just considering we went through this whole process, let's
Sure.
just have it approved officially in case.
So.
A lot of time and a lot of money was spent on that.
No problem. I understand. So we need approval to approve the subdivision plot, which is dated 6/17/2026, I believe.
I have to check the date of that one.
Yeah,
Should be the same thing, because also variance
Right.
granted,
Right.
variance requested, the variance
Right.
granted.
And that's for the condominium
Yes.
development.
right.
Yeah.
I didn't think we needed to do it, but if you want it, that's no problem.
Yeah, I
That's
just,
fine. So that plot goes to the county. we don't need to sign it or anything, it just
Right.
goes to the county.
I think it's actually the opposite. I think you could sign it and it just gets filed by the village and not the
I
county.
don't think the
but-
county cared if I signed it or not, basically. is what-
That's what they told me. Yeah, I was kind of surprised, but she said that
Yes, and then-
the only thing they needed was
You
a
weren't
site plan.
involved, this is after going back for a year,
Yeah.
trying to,
Well, I wish I was here at the beginning, but I wasn't, so.
you know.
Sounds like it was
I
fun.
tried telling my client at the time, I said, I think you need to have an attorney come and just explain that this is not, you know,
Got it.
Yeah.
Am I right? On
I'm
the
sorry.
date, the same date was
Well, you
right?
said it's, I haven't
Oh.
seen the actual, the
I'll
map.
check my submission folder, I believe, again, we did the same thing here. Um, Yeah, subdivision plat, last revised,
Okay.
June 17th, yes.
Okay. So, we have a motion,
I'll make the motion.
we have a second,
I'll second
okay? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
that.
Any nays? Okay.
Thank you. On a personal note, I just want to thank this board. This project has been going on for a while. This is one of the first projects actually of my firm. I found it constructive, and not just the board, the consultants as well. I found this very constructive, very helpful. It was a pleasure to work with this board. I very much enjoyed this process. You know, maybe the subdivision, you know, got, you know, at times got confusing and complicated. But again, I do really want to thank this board. It was a pleasure to work with you. I thought it was a very straightforward, you know, clean process. And I appreciate all the help and input that you guys all gave us.
And
I was thinking the same thing, it was a pleasure working with you.
Thank
We'll-
you.
We'll miss you.
Hopefully there's, you know, we have some more coming in,
And I
so.
I commend the board for the work that they did, especially on the landscaping.
Yeah.
Did a good job. So I commend the board for that. Very good, very good.
Yes, that is one of the nice things about this project. We're
Right.
taking a sea of pavement and we're now gonna
Yep,
break it up and make
I
it.
noticed that right away when I first saw it, so,
Yes.
no, that was good. So,
Yes. So I hope to be back. I do know we're getting one of the properties resurveyed, 54617. I'm hoping to be back in front of this board shortly, and we hope to have other projects here as well.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
with 3 paper copies? One for me, one for the building department, one for the applicant? Evening's one.
Yeah, I probably should have one
You wanna
for a
sign
Yeah,
file.
you got it. You should-
Or unless,
you should
yeah, you don't have the means of, do you have, can you scan it?
No,
I mean,
problematic.
maybe what you can ask the applicant to do is to provide a scan. You have a means of scanning?
I have a scanner in my office.
So maybe, because you're gonna give them back one that's signed, and then ask them
You're
to
saying once
provide
you're talking about once we come for signature. That's what this is?
Right.
Right, after it's signed,
So
yes.
after it's signed, you're gonna get a copy back, at least
Yeah.
one, right? Maybe you know, one of the requirements could be that you provide a digital copy of that for the
This is
board.
one of the
As a
toughest things,
record.
yeah.
Because someone, you know, it's easier to kind of keep.
This is one of the tougher things we're having in general, whereas, you know, especially now that everything's electronic, so then you have to have a planning board chairman sign a plan, and we don't want to keep the full file. And it just sits to have a full paper
Right.
copy. I don't know if you're having this. I mean, you're probably used to that more than I am, but at this point, it's like I scan them in and then I throw them out. I don't need to keep a paper copy of a signed plan.
I know working as you know, on the private side of things, it's a lot easier when the town actually asks for that. They send you back, you know, that copy, and then you know, if they actually want the copy back. Some towns actually do it in-house, but it's nice to have a digital copy that says approved site plan.
Right.
You know, then you don't have to worry, is this the same one, is it not, you know, and then it goes out in the field, and then
That's
there's
the problem
mistakes
also.
made, and,
So
like-
what I've thought about doing at times is swapping out that first page that the chairman signs, but then you come back a couple years later, now you're not sure if it's the right one, or say, oh, so yes, then I would
Wait a
just scan
minute.
all of it.
We both sign every page.
Yeah. If you have the means of doing that, that's, I think.
She
very-
allows me to go first.
Right. No, so I could scan it in and send it back. The village could also keep a digital copy on file.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
fine too.
Yep,
Yep. But again, thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Take care, have a good night.
Have a good night and have a happy, healthy summer.
You
Thank
can
you.
say,
You too.
thank you, thank you. Okay, gonna go with the approving of the minutes for, first one is April 13th. Let me get back to the minutes here. Yeah, I'm trying to get over to the, all right, so, okay, so the first one is April 13th, 2026.
Everybody was here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are the new tablets, the iPads.
Mhm.
I'm just making sure everything works tonight.
Okay.
Working the kinks out?
Yeah, so, sorry. We're just trying to make sure that everything goes smoothly, and so, everybody was here. So do we have an approval for the workshop, April 13th, 2026 minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Do
I'll
we have a
second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. 4/28/2026 minutes. And, let's see. Everybody was here. So regular meeting, April 28th, 2026. Do we have a motion to adopt the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any nays? And next, we have 5/11, May 11th. The workshop. Didn't we have somebody? Yeah, Barbara. Right. So Barbara, you weren't here at that time? So do we have a motion to approve the workshop, May 11th, 2026 minutes?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. All in favor, aye. Any nays? And they're going to abstain.
Mm-hmm. Abstain.
Okay. So, good. So, one other thing I want to, well, we had the meeting open. We were thinking about changing the regular meeting like we did tonight to Thursday. So, does anybody have a problem where they can't make Thursday nights for the regular meeting? Do we have,
We did this when? When we have, when to schedule the rest of the year?
well, we can actually change it, and then we have to publish it. Okay? In order to retain Ivan, he can't make the Tuesday regular meetings.
Oh, he's a conflict with
I do.
another.
Right. Dave was okay, I'm okay. I want to make sure the board members are okay for a Thursday night. So instead of doing it on a Tuesday,
Right.
and what was that, the third Tuesday of the month?
Fourth.
Fourth?
Fourth.
Fourth.
We could either look at the colors
Maybe the fourth.
So basically, we would
or,
transfer from the Tuesday to a Thursday, like we did this week.
Right,
Because they had the elections, primaries here.
right.
So we had to go from 23rd to the 25th.
Well, Thursday works for me. Actually, it's a little bit better than Tuesday.
Okay.
So,
And then
Fred,
do it.
you're okay with it?
Thursday's not that good for me, but hate to be the only one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat you. I can make it, it's more difficult, but I can
Thursday.
try to make it,
I'm sure
work.
Well, we don't want to,
But I understand, yeah,
you
yeah.
guys, it
Yeah.
has to work for everybody.
Right, yeah.
Marilyn, you okay
I'm
with?
okay with Thursday, I can do that.
Okay, I'm okay with it. You're okay, right, Terry?
Wait, 1 month, one weekend a month?
One, yeah,
No,
the-
no, one.
The
One
fourth
week.
Thursday,
The fourth Thursday.
rather than the fourth
Instead of the
Tuesday,
fourth Tuesday, the
fourth Thursday.
yeah. If it conflicts with the family or your business.
well, do you have to know tonight? Maybe give them a little time to look at it a little deeper and then at the
Well,
next meeting?
Then the only thing we can do is we have to have the next meeting on Thursday in order, the fourth Thursday in order to have Ivan here.
Well,
We're
maybe
gonna meet on a Monday, though, the
next
Well,
workshop.
The works-
We don't do anything on that workshop, we do it at a regular meeting.
Oh, I
So
see.
This is a regular meeting.
Right.
Because the workshops, I believe, are the second Monday? Or-
Yes.
So that isn't an issue.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
workshops are always good for you.
Yeah, but for us to move forward on this, we need we need a resolution to move forward on moving it from the fourth Tuesday to the fourth Thursday, providing everybody's okay. So, I mean, if you wanna wait until, next month, Ivan won't be able to make the regular meeting.
And that would be July 21st or the 8th? 28th or
Well,
something?
it's right, it's supposed to be the 28th,
Eighth.
it
Right.
would be the
30th.
Yeah, I got you, I see, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like.
Right.
And
Oh,
then-
I love that.
And then we have a conflict in November because the Thursday is Thanksgiving. So, we need to figure out what we have to do in order to have a regular meeting in November.
So Ivan, you wouldn't be able to even make the July 8th meeting next month, correct?
There's very likely a potential conflict there.
Gotcha.
The Monday and Wednesday of that fourth week also worked for my schedule. I don't know if it works, obviously, again, for everybody's schedule, but
Well, the
That is
problem
also-
is, the room's not available.
Wow.
the room's only available Tuesday and
Yes.
Thursday.
Yeah, and, for us, it was the Monday and the Tuesday.
Got it.
So Wednesday, there's a meeting here, and Thursday was kind of open, basically, so it did work out that it's an open date. There's no
Yeah.
other meetings. So that would have, that would work out. So we have to check all,
Yep.
the availability of the room. So, and availability of everybody else here. So, I mean, if you guys want to maybe take another thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hold up the decision, but
Yeah, I think we can take some time to,
Okay,
before we take some time to.
all right.
that's okay, yeah.
If that's okay,
We'll have to figure it out.
we'll
Yeah,
figure
I'd
it
like to
out.
make it work, obviously, keep you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, again, as long as everybody's great about it and doesn't have a problem, then we're good. But if there's a conflict, then that's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll table that. And we'll wait. Do we have put up the schedule? Also, the agenda, if you can just pop that up. Yeah. Okay, we go to the bottom. So the 62-day waive letter for review, our consultants looked at it. I don't know if you folks looked at it. I looked at it. I don't have a problem with it. So if we want to adopt that letter tonight, we can do that. So anytime we have, after a public hearing, or to give the applicant a chance to sign that if they want to take it and waive the 62-day period. Okay? So do we want to adopt it the way it is now? I mean, everybody should have a chance to look at it.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
good?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to make a motion to adopt the 62-day waive letter review?
I'll make that motion.
We have a second? We have a second. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. We have a new lead agency notice review. So you want to pop that up, maybe? We're trying to streamline for approvals and, you hit the maybe you go to your minus. So, Dave and Ivan, you had a chance to look at this?
I don't think I looked at the lead agency notice, no.
Okay,
You know what, I have a question about the first line, it has a date there.
right. So that's just for the example.
Oh, okay, it's just for the example,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
It'll be blank.
Because everything else was blank, so that threw me off, there was a hard date there and everything else was blank, and I'm saying, all right, I'm clear now.
So maybe you get a chance to look at it?
Yeah. I
Okay?
think if that looks like it is pretty standard.
Yeah, but I want everybody to make sure that, you know, so we'll wait for that, have everybody take a look at that. And then, we have, Dave's, I asked Dave if he could make up a resolution of site plan and special use approval. Can you put that one? Yeah, there you go. Does everybody want to take a look at that? So when we have an applicant coming in and we want to go through approval process, we'll use this form as standard, part of our resolution. Okay, so if you guys want to look at that, and Ivan, if you want to look at that, okay? We can move that next meeting. And last but not least, we had one more thing up there, was it?
I think the calendar, which we already discussed.
Yeah, the calendar, we discussed that.
Yeah, Providence.
Oh, for the queue, we got Provident to,
Traffic.
for our traffic consultant. They agreed. So, if everybody's good with that, we'll send this to the village board. In the past, we did that just as courtesy. So the village board knows that we're using a different traffic consultant than what we usually use because of the conflict of interest. So it's always I always like to keep them abreast of what's going on with the planning board. So if we want to make a motion that we approve the Provident traffic consultant for the queue, if somebody want to make that motion, and we'll move it over to the village board to inform them that we're using Provident to review that application.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, we have a second?
I'll second.
Second. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
And any nays? Okay. And I think that was it. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
We have a official introduction, is that gonna be our new?
Oh, Brian, I don't know if everybody know Brian, he's the building inspector?
Brian,
We don't have to pick about it.
will you be trying to attend most, in all meetings, workshop and, oh, good, okay. Great.
Good to have you aboard with us, thank you. Thanks for being here, appreciate it.
I want to grab a year afterwards if you don't mind.
Which one, right or left?
Whichever one you let me grab.
And there's one other thing, let's make a motion to close the meeting. Okay, second? All in favor, aye? Any nays? Okay, we're closed. So, before you guys run off, we have the